Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cody with Napalm 37 Designs, LLC. Just wanted to make a part 2 for you guys. This is the part where people seem to have troubles and problems when they're scaling and printing. So if you watched part 1, get that at 5 minutes. But with the measurements you have there, obviously, well, as you can see right here, I threw on a couple of different files, as you can see right here, just helmets, masks, using what we measured. Now, as you can see here, halo, hell divers, things like that. A lot of those things are in a big thickness. I don't know what it is. The designers like to make things extra thick and just make it take more material, extra thick. But the thing is, though, is this is about, I want to say, a 6 millimeter thickness compared to this over here, which is probably like a 3 or so. They're all different. I mean, they're all different. I'll show you all these here in a second. It is hard filling but one-handed. But the thing is, though, is looking at the measurements I gave earlier, XYZ. Take a look over here. Now, as I mentioned before, with the measuring tape, I'll show you again here in a second. Is right here, 6.64, all that right there at the bottom. I'm using inches because America, until we go to the metric system, but America. But right there, 6.6 and a half. So that's that's a big different thing right there. Then you have 6.7. You have 4.3 and a half, things like that, right? So those measurements, it's not going to be exact. Do not turn off this lock thing to individually measure. It's okay. Just get it within that area. What I usually do is I'll take something like a shape and I'll do like this. And as you see, it's 5.2, stuff like that. But obviously, Robert's head measurements, we had 8 point, let me see, hang on. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot to put my pad over here. So Robert's head measurement, which by the way, he was really nervous. I guess kind of threw him on the spot. So oops, he's kind of nervous. So right here we have our shape. We're gonna go over here. I'm gonna increase the X only. So his head for making the helmet. We'll do a mask for right now. His face measured at 6.3. So we'll put about right a sweet spot. Hang on. Come here. It's hard to do this one-handed. So it's close to, 6 point. There we go. That's as close as we're gonna get, right? 6.3. All right. So we're gonna pretend if he's gonna wear it on his face right here, his X right here. We're gonna go ahead and even if you have to sync it to make it that size, there you go. We're gonna get that to about right there. I'm gonna just drop this down right here, like the effects, there you go. Now, what I want is to make sure it's just about right there. This is not, it's a bit thick. This is a thick old mask, it's an older one. But we're gonna make it a little bit bigger. I just want just barely any sizing right there, like a little bit of space right there. Let's see, about right there. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit too big. As you can see, that's way too much on the side right there. So we're gonna go ahead and take it and scale it down. Don't just do the X or just the Y, things like that. There you go. That should be just about right. And that's gonna be the same thing for helmets, different things like that. I'll go over here and I will check out like this other helmet right here, helmet mask. I would do other measurements, but obviously we have the head, the helmet and the face, which this is technically both. This is gonna take out the ears. So our measurements will be a little bit different. So when it comes to this one, I would have to measure a mask measurement right here with the combo of his top of his head to the top of his ear right here. The reason being is because his ears are gonna probably stick out right here, go through there. So obviously I wanna make sure this shape goes up in there, for the face, which it does. And then people also gotta think about padding. I will put a video about padding here later on. Do not put Gorilla Glue. Do not use any of those other fancy things because that smell will be in the helmet. Your eyes are going to tear up. It is not going to be delightful. And if you make a mistake, you cannot remove it. It's a pain. It'd be a lot of extra work versus just hot glue where you can just put the hot tip end. If you mess up, you can put the hot tip on the hot glue and warm it up. Peel off your visor, peel off whatever padding you have on there, and start over. It's very forgiving. Now, here's the thing though. So that's the X right here, which is about 6.2 or 6.3, sorry. Now the same measurements for the Y for his nose. Let us check and double check. We're gonna go over here. His Y for his nose was about 5 point, oh, I'm sorry, it does it for his nose for this kind of thing would be 10.1. So we're gonna make sure this is all the way straight right here. Perfect, just about special. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be right there. Now we're gonna get it as close to just the Y, His measurement was about 10.1. That's, let me see, come here. There we go. It's just about there. We'll just go with that. Okay. Now, obviously that's going to be a little bit of a different measurement right there. So he does have a little bit bigger head. So what we could do is just go over here and we're going to scale it bigger like so. And this one is a tricky one because you do have to put your space because you got to think this is going right into your skull. And this one's kind of a special fit right here. So that's going to be okay. We need to have a little bit of room for masks like this because it's going to go on the heel of your head first. You'll plop it on there, push it down forward. There you go. All right. The same thing's going to be the same thing for a Mando helmet of any style, right? His nose was about 10.1. So it's a little, I got to scale this bigger, right? Scale it bigger to there. The same thing for Z. Now, Mando helmets, the Y is always going to be about an inch and whatever, a little bit longer. Don't ever touch with that. It'll be ruined. So if your nose cannot fit through here, it is not going to fit. If your nose is going to be touching the frame of that, it's going to be very uncomfortable to wear that. It's going to cause streaking. You'll cause a rubbing mark on there. It's on your visor, which I'll teach that later on. But yeah, so there's that one there. If we were going to make him a helmet here, same thing. But as you see, you always have to account for the thickness. This thickness is a lot different than this thickness. You can change the percentage all you want to 5%, 6%. That will do nothing. The way that I've done this for years, been doing this for 5 years experience, this is the way I've done it. It's always worked out. Now, the thing was, though, is right here, as you'll see, so whenever you go to, like, let's say your measurement is about here, 4.5, right? Let's say it goes over to about right here. I've always just put that at 4.6, right? Then there's 4.7, 8, and then when it's, I'm sorry, 7, 8, when it goes over to here, this is what I consider about a 9 area, so 4.9, things like that. So at that point, no matter what number you put there, just get it as close as you can for that. If you do millimeters, that's different, that's on you. But the other thing is too, when it comes to mask measurements, if you're going to measure that just that area, you got to think, okay, this is not going to go past his ears. This is just going to go before his ears here and here. The straps are going to go above the ears. I'll teach you that later on. It's got to go top of his brim of his head, bottom of his chin. Same thing here for this mask here. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. But just always put a shape there that'll equal out to your shape of your head. It's going to take a few tries, but you'll get it figured out. But also, just look at the thicknesses from here to these things. Always account for thickness. And then whenever you put your thumbs over the caliper tools, I will provide a file to where you can print those out. Always put your fingertips over, whether it be metal or plastic, just put your fingers over because people get distracted. You can cut them, things happen. I've experienced it. So the one thing which one I want to do is just put a shape that'll make, add up to that right there and then scale it that way. Don't individually just scale it like this because then it's just gonna end up weird. So like right here, if you scale it like this, it's just not going to fit the person. It's going to look special, and then it's a waste of time and material, and Christmas is ruined. So what you want to do is measure using a shape within those things right there, and just try a few practice things. But this is going to go for arms, bicep, chest, shoulders, shins, you know, butt cheek armor, whatever. And yours truly has gone up in there for codpiece armors. That's all on you. That's, you know, good luck with that, and explain that one when someone walks in when you're doing that measurement. That's an awkward one, male or female, or those who have made up their minds yet. But the thing is, though, is that changing the percentage is not going to do anything. And this is the way I've been doing it for 5 years. This is the way. And so the thing is, though, is just give it a couple of tries. If you have issues and problems, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out.